When you're living abroad, there's always something that reminds you of home. A piece of music, a smell, familiar voice, a special meal. Taste Like Home is all about learning these family recipes and helping your loved ones recreate them wherever they are. This week we're meeting Linda Kennedy, and I'm looking forward to finding out about her family, where they live and what dish they really miss. I'm here in Ranelagh in Dublin. I have a great mix of ingredients, but they're everyday ingredients. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to make. It could be pancakes, tortilla, don't know. Let's go find out. So who in your family is missing, Linda?
Actually, I'm the only one in Ireland. My sister is in San Sebastián and my brother is in Perth.
Wow!
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a great excuse for a holiday anyway, or two.
I know, I'm saving constantly, constantly.
Are you a foodie family?
We certainly are, yeah. So there was an Italian family next door to us in Limerick, and Mum and Dad had spent some time in Ghana, so they knew a lot about Indian cooking and West African cooking. So we were really, really unusual in that we kind of smelt of garlic when garlic was unusual.
So I'm presuming we're going to Spain. We're going to San Sebastián,
Yes.
not Perth.
No, exactly.
I fancy going to Perth now, but I've never been to San Sebastián.
Oh God, you're really...
It's actually on my bucket list. So how did Fiona end up in San Sebastián?
She was 21, but she didn't have a job. There was no work over here, and she got a job teaching in Bilbao. Her class used to take her out, and one of her class best friends came out one night, and that was Augustine. So anyway, they ended up stepping out, and she came home the Christmas of '87 and it said she was getting married. So yeah, I was devastated because I knew that then I was totally abandoned by all of them. You know, just mad about her. You know, she really is my best friend.
I'm absolutely terrified to ask you what I'm supposed to be cooking with you today. What am I cooking?
So we're going to smell of smoke by the end of today. We'll have a fish pie, floury spuds and smoked fish.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of relieved it's fish pie, but I'm sure it'll be complicated.
I swear to God, we don't do complicated. You go out fishing, you get your fish out of the water and you fire it into the smoker. So there you go.
So I'm cooking for Linda's sister Fiona, who lives in San Sebastián, and we're making a fish pie. But first, I have to learn how to smoke the fish.
There's 3 stages to smoking. First of all, you cure it. Second of all, you clean it. And then the third phase, which we're about to do, is the smoking.
Yes.
So this looks like canal water, right? But basically what it is brown sugar, sea salt that I dissolved, and then I let it cool down. And then these 3 paler versions were in the brine overnight. And then I did a dry cure for this guy, which was brown sugar, sea salt, and just covered it over with it.
What is this exactly?
Well, it's a 1970s tin, you might say.
And I'm going to get one of them where?
Well, you don't need to get that, right? But I stole this out of Dad's garage that had tools in it in order to make our own smoker. So what we're going to do is, you don't need that much, a couple of teaspoons. Like
Which one is that you're putting in?
I'm going to go with the apple.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And you can throw things like twigs of rosemary in there, the whole 9 yards. Basically, this is just going to smoulder.
Yes.
This is going to take 15 minutes.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
That's really good to know.
Yeah,
so tip number 1, get an empty biscuit tin from the 1970s. Tip number 2, find my mother's old Bunsen burner and hope I'm going to bring it in hand luggage. Not.
Yeah. Not recommended.
And tip number 3, cut a branch off one of the trees at home and dry it fast.
And away with you. Exactly.
That'd be grand.
Let's have a look.
No, you're nearly there.
There we go.
Oh,
How is she looking?
that looks lovely.
Are we there?
Colour on it.
What?
Oh, I think we're there.
I think we are there, actually. Okay.
You're coming with me, aren't you?
I totally am.
Don't make me go to San Sebastián on my
No,
own.
you're going to have a ball.
Right, what do we
Okay.
do next then?
Right, so we have our smoked fish. It's time to make the pie.
Right, go.
Let's go.
If you want to cook Linda's fish pie, this recipe and all the recipes featured in the series are available online. For Linda's fish pie, first we sweat the onions in a little butter until they are golden and soft. Set them aside and in the same pan at a higher temperature, add some more butter and sauté the mushrooms. And then it's time for the mussels and Linda's secret ingredient.
These guys are from West Cork. So they've been sitting in seawater with a handful of oats. Yeah, I swear to God.
What does the oats do for?
I'm not 100% sure, but apparently the mussels, which are still alive, are like, oh, this is absolutely delicious. Let's just bulk up. So I guess it's steroids for muscles. But there you go. That's what we were always taught down in West Cork.
That's amazing. I did not know that.
So I do tend to put it in as I was saying to you, a dry
pan.
Yeah.
Cook the mussels until they are open, about 3 to 4 minutes.
Now, Catherine,
look.
doesn't that smell of the sea?
Oh my goodness, really meaty.
Yeah, no, and look at the size of them. That's all the porridge that they had.
Remove the mussels from their shells and set aside. Dice the fish into bite-sized pieces and then...
Nice.
Oh, you put it in the frying pan?
I am, yeah. So you can fire
the milk
a layer,
in?
layer of milk on top.
Okay.
Now.
Add the chopped dill and parsley and simmer gently for 4 to 5 minutes until the fish is cooked.
So Catherine, will you mind holding this for me?
Sure.
I'm going to take the fish out just so that we can thicken up this kind of herb-infused milk, for want of a better description.
Make a roux by melting butter over a medium heat and add an equal amount of flour. Then add to the milk and bring to the boil to thicken.
You can smell the strength of the smoke from here, right? So I'm thinking just the 2 small bits. So I'm just going to flake it a little bit.
And turn that down if you like.
Thanks a million.
There you go. Then return all of the ingredients to the pan and add the hard-boiled eggs.
I like the actual texture. It gives it a certain je ne sais quoi. It's just a little bit different from all that fish going on. I think this is kind of like the beef bourguignon of fish pies. Do you know?
I think it looks amazing. It smells absolutely gorgeous. And look at all the gorgeous mix
You
in
can
there.
come back, you know that.
I am most certainly coming
And
back.
bring the family the next time. Right.
Well, considering you used to cooking for a rugby team,
Oh,
I'm definitely
yeah.
showing up with the family.
Yeah.
Pipe mash on top of the pie.
And voila. We just run this out now
Brilliant.
and call it a day.
And that goes into the oven, does it?
If it's warm, 15 minutes, 180, and away with you.
There's no question that Linda's fish pie tastes like home for the Kennedys. But all that remains is to try it myself.
A
bit more to it than I thought.
What with smoking your own fish and all?
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. That is gorgeous now. Really lovely. And the egg is brilliant in it.
Oh, I'm glad you like
I
it.
love fish. And I love fish pie.
I know.
And yours, of course, unquestionably the best.
Thanks, Dad.
First stop is to visit Linda's sister Fiona at her home.
Catherine, welcome. Hello.
Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you. Come in.
Oh my goodness, this is gorgeous.
I can tell you, I am really excited about somebody cooking for us.
Really?
I think I can't imagine anything better. You invite your friends over and someone cooks for all of us.
You don't get people coming into your kitchen all the time to cook?
No,
Linda
nobody
said she
does.
cooks all the time when she's here.
She never cooks. She sits over there telling me stories, but I'm cooking for everyone. Okay.
Where do we eat tonight?
Well, you know something? I think it's going to be warm enough to eat outside.
Oh,
Okay.
I love that.
Right,
We
okay, come
don't
on.
do half enough of that in Ireland.
Look,
that is brilliant.
We'll see. It's look, even if it's kind of, it will be protected even if it does rain.
It won't rain. It
No,
won't
but
rain.
it's
We're in
warm
Spain.
enough anyway.
It
Yeah,
can't
exactly.
rain.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gorgeous. You
Yeah.
must have an amazing lifestyle here. Just being able to sit outside and, oh, you have a barbecue as well. That's fantastic.
yeah. You know, people I think when you live abroad in a nice climate that, I mean, we do actually work as well, you know. I mean, we do have to kind of do everything, right? It's on our downtime is nice. Nice city. You'll
Yeah.
see, it's really, really
I'm
nice.
looking forward to seeing the city.
Come on, so let's go.
Rightio. We go get the messages.
Yeah, go get the messages, exactly.
San Sebastián is a coastal city located in the Basque region of Spain and has definitely become a foodie mecca.
This is the best way to get a view of the whole place, right? So you can see there's a kind of a split in the city. This area is called Antiguo and it's very residential, whereas that's city centre, modern, and then just behind Urgul is the old quarter.
And Fiona, when did the city become known for food?
I mean, we've got three-star Michelin restaurants and a host of other restaurants with 1 star. And then there's a lot of other traditions that don't come into, let's say, Michelin star, but are still fabulous, whether it's pinchos or the cider houses.
Absolutely stunning. Absolutely beautiful. But I think you have to come up here on the funicular.
Yes.
You have to come up to the top of
Yeah.
the mountain to get that view. Because when
Yeah.
you're down there, you certainly see the beach, but from up here, you're looking at the clear blue waters and just the golden speckle of the beach, and then the city just wrapping its arms around it. It's
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
stunning.
The weather is like Ireland, but a bit better.
When can I move here?
Yeah, it's a bit better.
San Sebastian is famous for its food culture, and fantastic food needs great locally sourced ingredients. And the Breccia market has no shortage.
Qué bien. So she picked them this morning. Bueno, escarrigasco.
Escarrigasco. I get
Good girl. I spent 3 years learning Basque, right? And like I can speak several languages, and it's really, really difficult. So I come to the conclusion I'm not surprised that Basques are so quiet, because it's really difficult to speak Basque. Okay, have a look at the way it's displayed. Isn't it amazing? The display here is just fabulous.
Stunning. She'll prepare the fish for you.
Yeah.
You
You'll
can
watch
buy
it.
it whole
They're
and
like,
fresh.
oh yeah.
Okay, and
Oh,
we'll
she'll
see
do it, and they're like surgeons.
I can't get over the size of a knife.
Yeah. I've got a load of tools there.
But you have to have the right tools for the job. Like I always say to everybody that comes to my cookery
Yeah.
school, it's really important to get this done in your fish shop. Scaling like that, it's really difficult to do at home.
Yeah.
She has a fantastic gadget there, but she's flying through it. What I thought we'd do at the beginning of the meal is just lay out some of the ingredients, you know, like the tomato salad and the lettuce salad and the ham, and just typical ingredients.
Perfect.
So that
because it's all about very simple food here. So that's been cured for 5 years. He said that is now the Rolls Royce.
And how much is that per kilo?
How much is that a kilo? ¿Cuánto? Look at that, how much is a kilo?
165 a kilo.
Yeah.
So it's like one slice per person.
Yeah, one slice per person. Yeah, it's a Ferrari.
It's the
right?
Ferrari of ham. That's
Yeah.
a brilliant line.
Yeah, exactly. Go and try it.
Thank you. And with a little bit there.
Gracias. Isn't it delicious though? We'll go down into the old town and see a few of the pincho bars and get a bit of the atmosphere. It's actually really important. There are only certain times of the day when it's kind of typical to be down here, and that's like before lunch, so maybe from 12 to 2, and then before dinner, maybe 7 to 9.
Okay, so
Right.
pinchos is definitely just a little tiny snack that you would have, and then you'd have your real meal.
Exactly. It's an honour system actually. It's interesting that it's you just keep ordering and taking stuff off the bar, and then when you go to pay your bill, you tell them what you've had. We're going to go into this one, okay?
Atari.
Yeah. I don't know. I think maybe we should order the. Do you like foie?
Yes.
We order the foie.
Yeah, I'll let you
And
choose for
will
me
you
and-
have a glass of chocolat? Would you like white wine? It's
Do you know, I know the chocolate, I know of it.
okay.
And I wanted to use it later in a recipe.
Okay.
So I'd love to try it.
Oh, you'd love to try it. Okay, super. Great. Well, we'll order then. Will you order?
In Basque.
No. You can do it in Spanish.
Dos pinchos de foie, por favor. Sí. Y dos chocolate. I'm getting good at this. I'm getting the hang
Very
of this.
good.
My biggest fear, though, Fiona, is if they actually speak back to me in Basque, then I'm absolutely finished. Just
you're
about
okay, 'cause
managed
I'm telling you,
Spanish.
everyone who speaks Basque also speaks Spanish. Then you can, if you want.
look
to
at this.
Yeah, it needs to be slightly aerated. It's an effervescent.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty, isn't it? It's really nice, isn't it?
Wow.
Hola, buenos días.
My goodness, would you look at this?
We're going to have a Hilda, right?
Oh, what's a Hilda?
A Hilda is a classic San Sebastian pincho, right? That is a Hilda.
That's a Hilda.
But you're supposed to get the full flavour, at least you have to eat half of it at once.
1, 2, 3, all in one.
Yeah. Maha Colleen.
Well, that was bar number 2. Fiona says there's 100 bars, so I have 98 to go. To fully understand the food culture in San Sebastián, you need to learn about their gastronomic societies, an important feature of the city's social life. However, you can only visit if invited by a member. Luckily, Fiona's friend Gabriella is a member, and she's cooking us a traditional Basque lunch.
Hey girls. Hi Gabriella. Welcome to my sociedad.
Thank you.
So, this is kind of a unique sociedad because it's actually one of the first ones that had women members, and so we're lucky to be here. The background is that this is a very matriarchal society. Women run everything here, and the idea was that the man's job was to work and to hand over his paycheck to his wife, and she ran everything.
Now you understand why I came to live here.
And honestly, the man had no role in the household. This is a long time ago, things have changed. The man had no role in the household. He was kind of shooed out, just come back at lunch or dinner or whatever the appropriate mealtime is. So he'd go out with his friends and they'd walk around, they'd have a few little wines, because the wife would have given them a tiny allowance. Because you don't want your husband coming home drunk, and you don't want him coming home having eaten anything. San Sebastián was destroyed by a fire in 1813. And soon after the fire, there were lots of empty spaces. And they were basically rented. And they'd make a little membership with their friends. They'd invite the guys they like. You have to have 100% approval from the entire membership to become a member. Because the idea is that every member has a key, and they can come whenever they like, and it's the honor system. We're going to write our own bill afterwards. The fish is done. But there's one final touch. Now, they say we don't use any herbs here, but we do use a lot of herbs. It's just all the same one, parsley.
That is delicious.
Oh, I'm glad you've enjoyed it.
It's so fresh.
Would you like something else to drink besides cider? We've got everything.
I think I might stick to water, please, after the
Oh,
bar.
no. Actually, in the Basque Country, you can't have water with fish.
No.
Because, honestly, because it might disagree with you.
What?
Yes, and they're absolutely right. You
Yeah.
can have white wine.
Particularly tuna. Tuna, I
goodness.
couldn't possibly have that because you might even get an allergic reaction.
What I've learned about today is that food is at the heart of San Sebastián culture. And I've tasted so many amazing things, some of which has given me a bit of inspiration for what I'm going to cook later in Fiona's house. So I'm off now to cook Linda's fish pie for the Basque people, and I'm a bit nervous about it because apparently they don't hold back. It's up to me to teach Fiona how to recreate the dish and make sure that it tastes like home. A good Irish fish pie has to have a very light smoky flavour, and I know
Great.
smoked fish isn't anything that is available here.
No, it isn't.
She had a fantastic situation where she was using a biscuit tin
Right.
to make this. But we
Okay.
have your beautiful barbecue
Okay.
here. So the coals are just dying down a little bit. And here is some apple and cherry wood. And I soaked them in water
Okay.
so that I can put them directly onto the coals.
All
and
right.
then they'll smoke. So in we go. If you like smoked food, this is the way to do it. I got here some garlic.
Yeah.
And just cut them in half. And I'm actually going to smoke the garlic with the fish.
Oh.
So the fish goes in like so, and then that'll begin to smoke. And really, you just leave that. It depends on the size of the piece of fish.
Yeah.
Could take anything up to a half an hour.
Okay.
It's not always easy to exactly replicate a dish or get the same ingredients when abroad. So we're going to pop this in now just to heat it through. This is the smoked garlic going in. There we go. So sometimes you have to make a few little changes. There's certain
Yes.
things in Ireland
Yeah.
that will always be staples.
Yeah,
And they won't change. We won't experiment too much with the recipe. That said, now I'm actually putting in some lemon thyme because,
Very nice.
again, I wanted to have a little taste of the locality in the fish pie.
Yeah.
And I thought a bit of lemon thyme would work very well in this. I also wanted to put in just the zest of lemon.
Okay.
Because I thought that would work very well with the fish and lighten it and give it a little kind of,
a lemony
give it a
flavour.
little bit of zing.
Yeah, zing, exactly.
So, what's the verdict on the smoked fish?
Delicious.
Nice.
Really is delicious, yeah. I love there's a bit of sweetness as well. It's really nice.
The finishing touch is complete and the fish pie is in the oven just in time. Everybody's arrived. They seem like great fun. I actually thought I'd be nervous. I'm not. I'm actually quite excited. I've tasted the fish pie already and I'm pretty happy with it. So hopefully the people of the Basque Country and the Kennedys will be delighted, and I've done Linda proud.
Oh.
This is a very, very special recipe. It is very typical of Ireland, but it's also very special in the Kennedy household, isn't it?
Yeah, it sure is. It's a fish pie. Oh. Yeah.
And it's, well, Fiona,
Tear up.
I hope you enjoy it, and I hope
Thank you so much.
for
That's
you it's
really
a
nice.
taste of Fiona's home. Enjoy.
Thank you very
Thank you.
Oh, Linda, I'm sorry to tell you. It's delicious, and it does taste exactly like home. And I mean, you've never been to Ireland, have you, Aitor?
Maybe. Now I'm starting to be interested.
Yeah. He said era una comida con fundamento, right? Isn't that what you said? Era una
that's
comida
what
con
we say
fundamento.
here.
Exactly. That means a really, really sort of, it's a really good dish. You know, it's the kind of stuff you could live on.
I mean, if I didn't like it, I tell you, but it was superb. Even better than in Fiona's house.
I hope it's approved. It's Basque approved. Yeah.
That's better than winning the Eurovision. That's great.
For dessert, I've created something that tastes a little of Fiona's new home. Add the chocolate and the sugar to a pan and place on the hob, stirring well. Place the gelatine leaves in cold water and leave to soften. Add the zest of an orange and 3 basil leaves to the wine and sugar mix and bring to the boil. Once the gelatine has softened, squeeze out the excess water, add to the pan and stir until melted. Strain the mixture to remove the basil leaves and orange zest, then pour in the remaining cold chocolate and refrigerate the mixture. Add small slices of blanched peach, finely chopped basil leaves and orange zest into each glass and top up with the chilled jelly mixture. For best results, allow to chill overnight. There you go. So, I was inspired by your chocolate and I made these little jellies. So it's chocolate that is set in jelly form, and in there are from your market some peaches, some basil and some orange. So I hope you enjoyed. I know it's not typical of how you would serve chocolate, but I just wanted you to try a little taste from myself. So enjoy it.
Fabulous. No, that's absolutely well
So
done.
pass them round now. There we go. And the verdict? Any comments, Aitor?
How can you say that? Me estoy decepcionando a mí mismo.
He said, I'm disappointing myself. He says, I'm
Because I
disappointing.
like it. Yeah, disappointing myself.
I told you they'd be tough. And I wasn't joking. Eh?
Fiona had warned me that the Basque people would be a really tough audience, so to say I'm relieved is a total understatement. It's been a great evening. They're a great crowd, but they're going to be here for a lot longer, so it's time for me to go home. On next week's show, it's all about a taste of the sea, as I bring a seafood platter from Donegal to Tiny Township in Ontario, Canada.